Good day, everybody. This recorded lecture deals with market structure, what it means, and why it's important for a business manager or a business owner to understand. I like to think of it as which ballpark would you like to play in? Which degree of competition would you like to face? We're going to talk about what different structures there are. There are 4. You've probably heard of 2 of them, the other 2 probably not. Why is it important to know which kind of market structure you're competing in? Strategic opportunities in each kind of structure. Perhaps the most important are what are the appropriate price and non-price strategies in each structure, and how does that affect decision making? By the way, whenever I use the term non-price strategies in this recorded lecture, think about that meaning marketing or advertising strategies. There are 4 types of market structure. One is referred to as perfect competition. The second one is monopolistic competition. Third one is oligopoly. And the fourth one that you've heard of is monopoly. Many students think that their company competes in perfect competition. I'm going to give you a definition that might make you change your mind on that. I like to think of perfect competition from the consumer perspective. From a consumer perspective, a customer perspective, are you and your 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 competitors exactly the same in products and services? Exactly the same in pricing, warranty, ease of doing business, access from a main road if you're a retail store, same features, same degree of innovation, same quality, same. If you can say that about you and your competitors, then you're in perfect competition. Otherwise, you probably are not. Most of the small businesses we deal with as consumers compete in monopolistic competition. The gas station you might go to, the dry cleaner, the fast food restaurant. Those are all selling similar products or services, but they each are a little different. Now, they can be different in many ways. Gas stations could be different in pricing. They could be different in the hours they're open. They could be different in how big a convenience store they have or don't have. They could be different in terms of do they have a cleaner or not clean restrooms? How easy is it to access the main highway? And on and on and on. That's why I say most businesses that we deal with as consumers probably compete in monopolistic competition. An oligopoly market structure is when there's 3 or 4 large companies competing, large suppliers, large service providers in the same industry. In fact, economists use an actual numerical criteria. If the largest 4 or 5 suppliers control 80% or more of the market, which is called the concentration ratio, then we define it as an oligopoly. Finally, monopoly, where there's only one supplier. In many cities, there's only one utility company. In many cities, in fact, where I live, there used to be only one cable company. If you're a pharmaceutical company that spent 10 years developing some new patented drug, by definition, the patent makes you the only supplier that can supply that product or that drug. The best examples of perfect competition, and even these are a stretch, would be the local farmers market. Think about when you go to the local farmers market. Maybe there's 10 farmers that back their trucks up they set up a table, and they're all selling tomatoes, they're all selling cabbage, they're all selling cucumber and onions. In general, the price is almost always the same. If one guy tries raising his price, you and I are going to see the next guy has a lower price. If one guy starts lowering his price, all the others will probably follow suit. Since they're coming from the surrounding farming land, they probably get the same sunlight, the same rainfall. They have the same soil conditions, so they're using the same fertilizer. Same. That would fit my definition of perfect competition. Monopolistic competition, as I said, most of the small businesses you and I frequent probably are in monopolistic competition. Oligopoly market structure, probably there's 3 or 4 large auto companies, cell phone carriers, mass merchandisers, Target, Walmart. I don't know if you want to include Kmart anymore. They're going out of business. Those would be examples of oligopoly type industries. And finally, we talked about the monopoly. One that was in the news maybe 4 or 5 months ago was a drug company that made the EpiPen, an important drug, particularly for children who I think are suffering from asthma, I believe. Why does a business owner or manager need to understand market structure? Well, if the goal is to improve profits, no matter what business you're in, does which kind of market structure you compete in affect your decisions? And let's use the 4 gas stations at an intersection as the example. Let's say one of them lowers their price by a nickel a gallon, hoping to get more business. Well, he'll get more cars for about 10 minutes until the other 3 guys notice they're getting no cars and all the cars are going to the guy at a nickel a gallon less. What are the other guys going to do? They're going to lower their price. The only winners in that are the customers, you and I. Let's take the example of raising the price. One gas station owner took economics and heard about this thing called elasticity. He raises his price thinking gasoline is inelastic. Well, it might be inelastic on an industry-wide basis, but since there's 3 substitutes across the street, he raises price and all his customers go to the other 3 places. Now let's take that very same gas station where the owner tried to get away with raising price and make that the last gas station before you cross the desert from Arizona to California. You're the last gas station. If you raise your price a nickel a gallon, do travelers have any other choice? If you raise the price of a bottle of water, I happen to have one here, a bottle of water from $1 a bottle to $5 a bottle, do consumers have any other choice? So the market structure you compete in sort of defines what strategies you can embark on. And if you pick the wrong strategy, like raising your price when you face a lot of competition, you're not going to get anywhere. That's why it's important to know which market structure we're in.